You'll need to delve deeply and research thoroughly in this universe for quite some time, immersing yourself completely in the process. It's very important that it not only interests you intellectually, not only does it entertain you by making you consider diving into that world for a bit, but also highlights the importance of entertainment in writing. Writing involves playfulness and imagination. Now, I will begin selecting items from this list. What captivates me most right now is crafting a script. Keep in mind, it's crucial to consider that this script will be shared with others, so it should engage and resonate with them. Because the idea of writing scripts is for them to become movies, not to remain on our desk. In the context of the theme I mentioned earlier, where I wrote down 6, I believe what intrigues me currently is independence. There are 2 characters that interest me a lot right now to develop this theme. I must confess, one is the elderly person, because I find it very interesting how the elderly loses independence in their life, right? Because there is an environment that starts treating them more like a child, so it would be interesting to work on. And there's another that interests me a lot, which is teenager be chosen. For now, I'm selecting this age group because it seems ideal for exploring this theme. Then I have actions, right? Why will the teenager be the focus? It's because this age is crucial for development. Teenager to delve into this topic? Consider that actions are always dynamic verbs, driving the script into motion. They won't let it remain static. When I contemplate resolving, overcoming, or abandoning, these are actions that propel the narrative forward. It makes me think a character must take action, driving the story forward with dynamic verbs. That is crucial when considering actions, as it's essential to recall that the script demands motion for its completion. Therefore, I believe a teenager needs to encounter situations within this framework to truly understand and navigate the boundaries of their autonomy. Of these 3, we will choose only one, somewhere. Then there are emotions. Emotions, you have to think about 2 things. 1, are the emotions the character experiences during the action? What are we going to confront them with? And what will happen to them internally in their internal journey? But there's another thing that's fundamental, and that's thinking about what emotion we want to convey to the viewer during our movie. So we will be thinking about emotion is conveyed to the audience, right? As screenwriters, we must ensure this emotion is transferred to the character, making the viewer feel it. This connection is vital. The viewer experiences emotions while watching our film. There's an element of independence and its boundaries that likely ties into fear. This connection is crucial for the audience to feel the emotions conveyed through the characters. When one works with emotions in a movie, one has to think that to work on fear, probably at some point another emotion has to be worked on. Imagine if you watch a horror movie and it scares you all the time. Well, it stops being horror and might even become a comedy, right? The key is how emotions are conveyed to the audience effectively. It transitions from calm to anger, joy, and fear. If all of this is understood, the impact is profound. It helps you become more aware of your feelings since emotions function through contrast. Staying in the same emotional state constantly makes it difficult to identify it clearly. Therefore, I believe I'll approach this randomly. I think it could be joy, fear, and maybe pleasure. And the locations, let's think about where the action takes place. What would be better for this teenager? And there's forest, government building, city center, school, boat, hotel, vacation center? Well, I'll think there are 2. That could be school, vacation center. I'll change vacation center because that sounds a bit... In Chile, that's very posh. And I think of this teenager, maybe I'm imagining her not so posh, and I'll put camping here. I mean, a place to camp outdoors. So now, take this approach for your brainstorming session. Begin by choosing elements suitable for a vampire character. It will work perfectly. Similarly, if you have a monster character in mind, it too fits seamlessly into this framework. Just think about what theme you want to link it to. Which action will be crucial for the character to execute in the storyline? What feelings are you aiming to evoke in viewers watching this film? Also, consider where the story's events might unfold. Feel free to overwrite my suggestions if your preferred setting enhances the narrative even further. It doesn't matter. That's why it's the last item we do. One of the things I find fundamental about doing this brainstorm is that it becomes evident that the universe cannot be encapsulated within a film. Decisions must be made, choices that will ultimately define the narrative's path. What the writing of your script will be. How are you going to tackle that theme that interests you so much? Which character will drive the action? It's crucial, like the image of a funnel, right? Later, when ideas come to me, I'll clearly know if they fit or not. This clarity guides the narrative's path, because I already possess some fundamental elements that will serve as the framework in a million clear ways. In the upcoming section, we will further develop the concepts that emerged during our brainstorming session. Additionally, we will begin to differentiate between ideas suitable for short films and those better suited for feature-length projects, which are fundamental before starting to write the outline.